Hi guys, today let's discuss some interesting points and theories of the first episode of the new Netflix anthology Ray. But before that, let me clarify it to you that this is not just a copy of Satyajit Ray's work, but just an inspiration, a modern adaptation of his short stories with a much more darker twist. A story where the basic underlying idea is the same but not the story per se. With that being said, let's dive into its first episode, Forget Me Not. The title. The title of the story and the protagonist's favorite flower, Forget Me Not, symbolizes his pride on the fact that he had a computer memory and did not forget things. The call. Riya Saran made sure that Ipshit saw her number was saved as Cave Girl on his phone, and this was actually the first time that he actually started doubting himself. The speech. So in the episode, Ipshit even foreshadows his own fate through his speech.
I'm not a big fan of long speeches. I'll just leave you with a thought or a fallacy, bordering on cliche.
After this, therefore, because of this.
You're all corrupted with smartphones. Google it.
Well guys, I did Google it. And in this episode, the preceding event where Ipshit asked Maggie to abort their child actually caused the event that followed, where she took revenge on him. Why Drishyam? So everyone in this episode, including Anil, Maggie, Gary, repeated exactly that Ipshit stayed at the Mahavir Hotel for 3 days and at Hotel Kailasa for 4 days, which is a detail too minute to be exactly remembered by all his friends. This was quite similar to that bus scene of Drishyam, which was played during his dream. In this scene, they repeated a number of days again and again to register it in the people's minds. Anil's shirt. You must have noticed the awkwardness of the scene where Ipshit offers a new work shirt to Anil, which misled the audience to initially be confused as to why Anil was hesitant. Little did we know, Ipshit was referencing to a peon's shirt. This awkwardness continued in the scene when Ipshit introduced Anil to Amala. Camera angles. While we are focusing on the detailing, let me also shed some light on the amazing direction of how Ali Fazal was portrayed bigger and taller in the initial scenes to give us the impression that he is proud and successful. And as the series gradually progresses, he is shown from the camera level, portraying him as a normal human being. The faint elevator ring. So, I believe that the faint elevator ring that we hear in the hospital was some kind of a signal between Rahul and Maggie.
What was so urgent? मतलब ऑफिस में भी तो.
It's like they sent Amala back to Ipshit's ward just in time for her to hear about the affair between Maggie and Ipshit, so that she goes away from Ipshit and he can fall deeper into the created reality with no one to pull him back. The forgotten meeting. Was there actually a meeting at 3 o'clock? And did he really forget? Or was he just not told about it? Because it was never mentioned in the episode that Ipshit had to attend a meeting at 3, it is quite possible that he wasn't even told about it, implanting in his brain again and again that he's forgetting stuff so that he slowly feels the reality slipping away from him. Is it all a loop? In the opening scene, when Riya Saran is approaching Ipshit, we can see him mumbling something to himself and getting confused if his name is Ipshit or Dipshit. Why was he confused? My theory is that he was stuck in a loop. Referencing the last scene, it was a one-shot montage telling us the whole plan that Maggie executed. Could it be possible that she came and did that to him every few months or weeks to keep him in that state and ensure he's always stuck in that loop? I think so. The broken glasses. Could the broken and abandoned glasses signify that Ipshit will not be seeing anything clearly anymore? Because it is after this scene that he starts to truly doubt himself and is in a state where the line between imagination and reality has blurred for him. The final meeting. Was this final meeting actually scheduled in the same place where Maggie's sister also sat in front of him? Or was it all a plan to prevent Ipshit from concentrating on the meeting? Was this even an actual meeting? Could it be possible that those guys were into it and were actually saying those numbers the room numbers, or repeating Ajanta caves, leaving Ipshit to believe that he's actually hallucinating all that stuff, which finally leads him to lose his mind and confront Ria about what actually happened that night, the trip to Ajanta. The receptionist at the Kailasa hotel made sure to give Ipshit his old bill as well, even though he did not specifically ask for it. And this is where his hallucinations first begin. We can see that he's trying very hard to imagine what was described to him by Ria, but he just can't remember anything at all. He even goes to the caves itself in hopes to remember something, but he just can't remember it. At the end, he just starts laughing at the fact that he just does not remember anything at all. Did the human computer actually break? In fear of that coming true, he starts repeating everything he remembers about himself, starting from his name, his birthday, and this can be seen continued with the scene in the hospital where he is going around with Maggie on the wheelchair and repeating everything that he knows about himself.
His birthday. One thing that I didn't understand was why did he give two separate dates as his birthday?
21st of August, 2017. Rings a bell?
It's my birthday.
Exactly.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಇಪ್ಸಿತ್ ರಾಮ ನಯ್ಯರ್. Date of birth 2nd October. ನನ್ನ
Was it just a misdirect, or was it indicating that he really started to forget things now?
The walls. In the end, we can observe that his walls are filled with every written detail of his life, with some big question marks like who is Ria, Maria is my second daughter, etc. etc. So, my belief is that he has been there for quite a while, and sadly, he never came out of his loop ever. And even if he tried to, Maggie just telling him the same story over and over again leaves him in that state. The human computer finally crashes down.
So this was it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any more points or theories that I might have missed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more such content.